I'm Yannini from Berlin, Germany, 19 years old, studying business and economics in my second year. And yeah, my favorite games are League of Legends and Hitman, of course, which I'm going to be running at Sgdq, and I'm very much looking forward to that.
So, Yannini, how long have you been speedrunning? What first got you started?
For, I would say, 1.5 years now, so not that long, in comparison to other people, for sure. It was kind of like Hitman is the only game I've ever speedrun, and it was kind of an accident. I was just like trying to casually play through the game, stumbled across, was looking something up in the internet and stumbled across this community, and one thing leads to another. Found myself in a community of amazing people who are really good at the game. I learned a ton, and yeah, it's been super fun so far, and I'm having so much fun with the game. So yeah, and I hope that stays for the future as well.
So I noticed that you've played like the Hitman series like throughout, like you've played the last couple of Hitman games as well. What are the biggest changes that you noticed mechanically going from Hitman 2 to Hitman 3?
That's a good, the thing is, so I've now played Hitman 1 itself. Of course, the Hitman 1 maps can be important in Hitman 2 and Hitman 3, so I've played them, of course. But I've now played the game itself. So and apparently Hitman 1 to Hitman 2 was a lot of changes mechanically and graphically and everything. Hitman 2 to Hitman 3 was not really that big of a change, honestly. Like the UI nearly didn't change at all, and there was just, of course, the new maps and some new mechanics. But it was pretty minor changes, and you could adjust really quick, like in a week or something. So, but of course, it was really exciting to take part in the launch of the Hitman 3 game, because I've never had that before, and just getting started with it immediately.
What's the key to a good Hitman 3 run? Like, what are some strats that you like to use?
I mean, Hitman 3, speedrunning in Hitman 3, it's not really about the execution, luckily for me, because I consider myself a mechanically not that good player, but the routing is really important. So like a minor routing change, going somewhere else, shooting in another point can make a huge difference in time. So, and there are some things that are really good in a Hitman run. Like, it's very situational, but some things are always very good. Like, for example, a silenced pistol is such a multi-tool. You can do distraction shots, you can body shot people, blind them, you can panic people, you can do immensely much with just one single thing. And yeah, so for example, I always like to bring a science pistol, play around with that. But there are a lot of things. I don't want to go into detail too much. That would be yeah, too much for this one, I think.
Are there any new strats that have come up lately? Like, how does Hitman 3 feel different running it now as opposed to like those first couple of weeks when it first came out?
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember like I've played like in the first day, I've played it through it all, like casually enjoying the story, and then I got right started. And when I compare it to now, there are a lot of new things that have been discovered that have been probably in the game since Hitman 2. Like for example, we just found like 2 weeks ago that you can shoot open doors by like spamming the pause and unpause button, which is kind of crazy. But the routes as well have changed, especially for the Hitman 3 maps. Like the old maps also have seen some changes, but especially because the new maps haven't been out for that long, there have some changes. For example, on Chongqing, the China map, there was found like that you can shoot through like 3 walls, and like there are supposed to be walls, but you can just shoot through them. So that makes it a lot different. And yeah, in general, I think none of the routes that were used in the first week or something are still used now. So it's constant change, especially on the newest maps.
You talk about routing being the key to like a good Hitman run. So I want to ask, what is the weirdest way you've seen one of your Hitman runs die? You've been getting a lot of practice in on your Twitch channel, and I want to ask, like, what's like some of the strangest ways you've seen like a run die? Like, was some NPC just like really weirdly out of position or something?
Oh, yeah. So I always like to talk about how Hitman is an incredibly inconsistent game. There are many things that can happen, and you just never know what it is. So, for example, yeah, when you talk about NPCs, there's I was just running there, and there was just like an NPC standing still doing nothing. And I've never seen him before. He was just standing there, and I've run this map 100, 200 times. I was just standing, a random NPC that I've never seen before, standing still, reacting to nothing. And I was really weirded out by that. It didn't fail me actually, but for example, one thing that failed me that I just had recently is, so you can, in Hitman, you can, of course, you don't want bodies found, but you can accident KO or kill someone, and then it's okay if the body is found. So I accident KO'd someone, they got woken up, and they've never seen me. I accident KO'd them from like 10 meters away and from behind, and they woke up and they reported me to a guard, and I failed my run. And I was really weirded out by that, because that never happened before. It never happened again, but yeah, to this day, I'm still not sure what happened, but that was a very weird bug. And there are a lot of bugs that you just encounter that you've never seen before. I mean, there's classic speedrunning thing, right? What I learned now. Well, it never happened before. But in Hitman, that's true especially. You have so many different things that come up every day. And I've seen so many things, especially from other community members, which are crazy to me as well. So yeah, it's kind of a daily thing.
This is your first time running at a main Games Done Quick marathon. How does that feel?
Honestly, really exciting. And I'm also incredibly nervous. So, as I said, I don't speedrun Hitman for that long, 1.5 years, and I've never tried to submit to Sgdq or something. And I didn't really think it would work, honestly. I just submitted to Sgdq, thought if I would get in, that would be really cool. And to see it, yeah, obviously it worked out now, so I'm really happy about that, and I can hope to, yeah, I think Hitman is really a blast of a game, and I really hope that I can entertain people with my run at Sgdq.
So it's an online marathon this time. Sgdqs are mostly like live events. Is it preferable to you to do an online run, or would you have liked to be in front of an audience? I
mean, it's definitely easier for me. So as I said, I'm from Germany, so traveling to the US is always a bit hard. But so it's easy for me to participate in an online marathon, of course. But I would have very much liked to be in person there, of course. I've seen past Sgdqs, the atmosphere there seems super great, and I definitely, when the whole Corona thing is over and I get the chance again to run at Sgdq, I'm really hoping that I can attend one in person. That would be awesome.
So last one for me, if the incentive gets met and the Hitman run goes really well, do you think we'll be seeing you back next year at Sgdq?
Oh, I'll definitely try. Maybe with the different categories. I think countless categories that you can do in Hitman, as I said, like huge sandboxes essentially. So I'll definitely try to get in there again. Of course, I can promise nothing. It's not in my hand, but yeah, I'll definitely try.
Yannini, where can the audience find you? Where can people find you?
They can mostly find me on Twitch and YouTube, both under the name of Yannini. Very simple. And if you have any question, feel free to hit me up at Discord.
Great. Yannini, thank you so much, and best of luck to you at Sgdq. I mean, we're all going to be hoping that the incentive gets met, and we'll make sure to do our part.
Thank you.